Detroit last season started with a statement win week 1 in Kansas City. This year, partisan viewers at Arrowhead left a lot happier. That's our 6:30 a.m. game Monday morning. The Chiefs fresh off, the two-time Super Bowl champ Chiefs fresh off that win over Baltimore by a toenail. Three-peat's going to be an ongoing conversation this season, Mike. How did the Chiefs look to you after 60 minutes of play?
Shockingly, they look better on offense, and it goes to Xavier Worthy. You know, last year we talked a lot, Phil, about players like Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Kadarius Toney. How can they replace Tyreek Hill? Well, here's the answer. This guy was right here, number one, fastest player in the history of the Combine, and Andy Reid got on the ball, and look what he did. He is going to be a lot of fun for this guy right here, Patrick Mahomes, number 15. And when you think about what Travis Kelce could do controlling the middle of the field, you have Rashee Rice, but now you have a guy that legitimately is a home run hitter. It's scary to think, like, this offense is going to be better.
And the only concern for the Chiefs, still a couple dropped passes. We saw, I think, 4 of those in that Week 1 win. That's the only issue for them at the moment, it seems. They get a Bengals team, Mike, that lost a stunner at home to New England on the weekend. But this is the Bengals. 1-5 in Week 1 under Zach Taylor. The one win was an OT back in 2021. That was the year they made the Super Bowl run. What should the panic meter be in Cincinnati, losing at home to the Patriots?
You know, Phil, what was really a concern to me was watching Joe Burrow on the sideline. He just doesn't seem right yet. Look, he had wrist surgery in the offseason, and let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But, you know, when you're starting quarterbacks doing this on the sideline and needing 2 hands to hold a Gatorade water bottle, like, that does not portend well. Now, look, the game itself was a little weird. I thought Gesicki had scored a touchdown. They lost 2 fumbles, including one at the goal line, which should never have happened. It was terrible ball security by the Bengals. So I think if Burrow's okay, they'll be okay. But again, the way he was moving his wrist, if I'm a Bengal fan, I'm concerned.
To what degree? You mentioned the Gesicki touchdown overturn, that they turned the ball over shortly thereafter. I mean, the margins are so small in this league. Had the Bengals come out 17-16, how much would that change, I guess, what the temperature is in Cincinnati at the moment?
Probably not a lot because, again, it's all about Joe Burrow's wrist. Like, look, you want to get T. Higgins back. Jamar Chase practiced for about 10 minutes. So there was a lot of things going against them in Week 1. But it all comes back to the health of a player that can go into Kansas City and win meaningful games. It should be a great game this week. But you just hope for the sake of Joe Burrow, the sake of the sport, that hopefully he's okay. And again, this is just, you know, we saw with Kirk Cousins, he was rusty. We saw it with Aaron Rodgers, he was rusty. So hopefully with Joe Burrow, it was just a little rust.